Hey y'all, welcome to the Suburban Stitcher podcast. My name is Diane and today is May 3rd, 2018. I am coming to you from my home in Suburban, Texas. I live in Richmond, outside of Houston, and this is where I live and work and raise my boys and love on my husband and our family, and we have a dog, and I'm a baseball mom, and this is just where we do all of life. So I am so thrilled that you've taken the opportunity to join me here today. You can find me on the internet as DBB Stitch on Ravelry and Suburban Stitcher on Instagram. I am definitely most active on Instagram, on Ravelry, in my Etsy store, which will very, very soon be its own .com. So suburbanstitcher.com will transition from a blog to a web store, which I'm very excited and very nervous about because so many things have to work perfectly. So here's hoping that they do. I am just so excited to talk to you about knitting today. The first thing that I want to talk about, as usual, is our hashtag Get Suburban weekly winner. There were several new amazing entries in the knit along this week, and I did not use random number generator this week. I used myself, my brain, and picked my own winner, and I'm so excited by this one project. I just can't even tell you. So I picked the winner for this week is a project that is 100% knit out of Suburban Stitcher yarn, which that's not a requirement, but it was just extra exciting to me this week. This project is by Alchemy Knits, and she knit the What the Fade shawl out of one of my kits that I put together last year, and it's absolutely stunning. It goes, let's see, she used coal, cinder, Rorschach, and then floral bouquet, predictability, and
there are some basic settings that need your permission first. Just go into the Google Assistant settings on your phone.
Do you hear her? She thinks I'm talking to her. Floral bouquet, predictability, and I feel like it was enophilia maybe, but I could be wrong, or eggplant. Anyway, it's stunning and beautiful and amazing, and you should all go give her some just love and high fives because it's an amazing shawl. And to finish that shawl to begin with is amazing, and then I really, really was so excited by it. So thank you for that finish. And you are actually winning this week. You are winning a copy of the Foxtail Cowl, which is a brand new pattern by Pia Nitali or Nitali. I'm not sure, but I don't know if that is just a coincidence that your name has K-N-I-T in your last name, or if that's like your pseudonym designer name. Either way, it's super cute and amazing. The Foxtail Cowl is knit out of two colors of a DK weight yarn, I believe, and really pretty design, would be great, versatile for just about any climate. So congratulations, Alchemy Knits. If you will message me, and I will get a copy of the Foxtail Cowl sent over your way. And thank you so much to Pia Natali for donating that pattern. If y'all will all go check out that pattern on Ravelry, give her some support and love for her generosity for supporting the podcast. So thank you so much. Another knit along that we have going is the Prairie Girl Designs KAL. I have been working away on a project. I will go ahead and show you right now while we are talking about it. Actually, no, I'm going to save that for works in progress. What I do want to show you, I pulled this out to show you. I never showed off the finished Sharp Arrow shawl that is my my sample for the shop. So this is Sharp Arrow, which is a pattern by Prairie Girl Designs, and it's a gorgeous 2-skein lace shawl. It is a 3/4 circle, which is extra amazing. It has garter stitch up here at the top, and then it transitions into this beautiful arrow-shaped lace. This was knit out of 2 skeins of Suburban Stitcher single sock in the Sweet Adeline colorway, which is a beautiful kind of peachy gold with pink speckles. And I just absolutely love how it turned out. This sample was knit by Olivia of This Handmade Life, and I'm so grateful. I want to put this on because the amazing thing about this shawl is how it stays on your shoulders. Because of the 3/4 length design, I'm gonna back up as much as I can. This just sits like this. So it keeps your arms warm, your shoulders warm, your neck warm up at the back. It does, you know, stay on your neck. And I find that even in shawls that are maybe designed with this sort of wear intended, they don't ever really sit nicely like this. And this one is very, very nice for wearing like this. It's absolutely perfect for those evenings when you have cold shoulders, or for the summer when you need just another layer to keep on yourself so that you don't get cool in a restaurant or at home, or if you're sitting in bed and you find that you're a little bit chilly. Absolutely perfect for that type of thing. I haven't tried it on. We can do this together. And I still have my tag on it. I don't know that it would be the best for wearing this way, although you certainly could. I would probably end up tucking these. Oh yeah, you totally can. It's a little more bib-like that way, but leaves you with a pretty big front. But it would be beautiful and warm in a jacket if you needed something up on your neck. I definitely, my preferred method is a traditional wearing of the shawl. So this is Sharp Arrow by Susie White of Prairie Girl Designs. And today is not a day, at least right now, that I need warmth on my shoulders, so I'm going to take that off. And I'm gonna have to fold this nicely after the show, or right now while we're chatting. The other, let's see, we have Prairie Girl Designs. We have the hashtag Get Suburban. I feel like there was another knit along. Do we have another knit along? Am I going crazy? Am I losing my mind? I can't remember. I think that's it. We'll call it for right now. Oh, the Suburban wrap. The Suburban wrap knit along. There are lots of you that are knitting that along in our Ravelry group, and that is, none of these knit alongs except for the Get Suburban are for prizes. They are just for fun and encouragement and knitting along together and having fun and seeing each other's yarns and getting inspired. So but if you are knitting the Suburban wrap and want to knit along with other friends, and you do not have to use my yarn for that knit along, but if you would like to knit along with some friends over there, then definitely go over to the Suburban Stitcher group on Ravelry and you can join in the fun. I have no finished objects this week, which I don't have anything soon to be finished on the horizon. Probably not, for at least for a couple of weeks. Which is fine. I'm absolutely loving what I'm knitting, and I'm not looking for finishing right now. But I'm getting close on my first project. So what I would like to show you first is the Everything shawl. This is a shawl by Vera Valimaki. I just got what I think is the final copy of this shawl with her finished photos, and oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot even wait to show you, or until you can see her finished things. It is so amazing. I know y'all are probably sick of seeing this shawl, but I'm plugging away at it and it's just getting bigger and bigger and more beautiful and so amazing. So this is the Everything Shawl by Vera Valimaki. It is, I am test knitting this. The design is not out, but it will be out soon, I believe. The two purple yarns that I am using, one is a single ply fingering weight yarn, and this is a silk mohair lace weight. Both of these purple yarns are from Lakes Yarn and Fiber. I do not remember the colorway names, but she is on Etsy and has her own website. Take a breath, Diane. The white speckled yarn is from Wool and Boon, and the colorway is called Buffy. It is also on a single ply fingering weight base. It's her Boon Skinny base. So I have done the first section, which is a garter stitch triangle, the second section, which is mohair lace weight lace with these beautiful kind of leafy motifs. The third section is this textured stripes right here, alternating mohair and merino. And I have just started the last section, which is brioche. I love brioche. Oh my gosh, I love brioche. So I'm literally just started it last night, so I haven't even finished the first repeat of it, but I'm so excited, you guys. I love this. This is going to be maybe the largest shawl that I own when it's all done. It's going to be so huge. No, because I've knit the Find Your Fade and that was crazy large, but this one's gonna be pretty epic and I cannot wait. So I'm still plugging away on that. I have entered the brioche section, which just excites me so much because I am really digging brioche right now. This is in a Mrs. Brown's bags. And let's see, the second work in progress that I have, and honestly I can't remember if I have done any work on this since the last time I showed it, but I want to just show it off again. I'm using Suburban Stitcher glitter sock. Oh my gosh, this is all tangled up. Glitter sock in the salted caramel colorway. Whoa. All right, there we go. That was crazy. The salted caramel colorway, and this is my Prairie Girl Designs KAL entry. So I've got my little hot pink hedgehog marker. I am knitting the Downpour socks by Susie White, Prairie Girl Designs. It has this panel on the front. I have put in the heel. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have knit on these since last we spoke, but I haven't touched them in a few days. Because I haven't left the house, and these are kind of my travel knitting, as it were. So I'm working on this little Downpour section right there. This is going to run down the left side of the foot, and then there is also the same little panel on the back, but of course it stops. I did a Fish Lips Kiss heel, and per the instructions for that heel, I stopped the patterning about an inch or so before I put in for the heel. I don't know if you can see that there. Yeah. So I stopped a little, like one pattern repeat is how it worked out on here. And not one part of a pattern repeat. Anyway. And so that will help the heel to fit correctly and not be weird. This is a lovely pattern. It's mostly vanilla knitting now, and which is perfect for travel knitting. And I am holding this in my By the Lakeside bag by Sandy by the Lakeside. The last work in progress that has gotten my attention this week, I did not work on that brioche shawl. Like I said last time, I've had to put it to the side because I'm really focusing on finishing that Everything shawl by Vera. So my brioche shawl that I started, what is that called? Donita by Knit Graffiti. I have set to the side for a little bit just to be able to really focus on my Everything shawl. That being said, I don't even know what got into me, but I picked up a sweater that I haven't touched in a while, and it is giving me so much excitement in life. I am absolutely loving all of my knitting right now, which is, it's such a great place to be because for several months I have been very stressed out and not inspired by my knitting. And so to be at a place where it all makes me happy and I want to work on all of it is so, so wonderful. So I picked up my Sunset Highway sweater. I know, I have not talked about this in so long, several months, but I, again, cannot remember what point I was at last time. But for sure, since last time I talked about it, since the last time I picked it up, I have separated for the sleeves. I've added in the body color, which I know is new. Separated for the sleeves, and I am knitting down the body. This is my own hand-dyed yarn, you guys. So the most exciting thing about this is that I would have picked these colors from someone else. Like, these would be the colors that I would be drawn to. And so the fact that I created them and made them is like extra awesome. So the top color right here, this is Coal. The pink is called Tainted Love. The kind of greenish, it's Spanish moss. It's sort of a taupey brownish green speckle. Spanish moss. And then my main body of the sweater is sort of a purpley gray, and it's called 2 a.m. Kisses. And I love this so much. I have tried it on. It fits beautifully. I was a little worried because it seems small. I am not, I would say I'm just average, right? So I'm not like super, proportionally speaking, I'm smaller on the top than the bottom, but I'm not a super petite girl at all on the top. But it fits so beautifully. I did not gauge swatch for this, so that makes this extra exciting. But this fits, and anyway, I just love it. I am alternating skeins for the body, like every good knitter should do if you are using hand-dyed yarn, or honestly really any yarn that is more than one skein, because you just never know. You just never know. And it's easy to do it, and why not? I love this. What I was going to say is that I am at the point where I have to knit for 15 inches past the armhole separation. So I have knit about 3 of the 15. So there's some 15 inches, and then there's some short rows to make the back longer, and then some plain knitting, and then the ribbing, which is not a lot of ribbing for this sweater. I think it's like 6 rounds or something, not very much. I have done the math. I have done a rough calculation and determined that if I can knit at least 3 rows a day, 3 to 4 rows a day, I should have this sweater finished by the time my kids get out of school the first week of June. And that's perfect, because then if this is done by the first week of June, then I can go to the sleeves, which then have a little bit of color work again. So it'll kind of get that fast, like, oh, okay, this goes faster. Hopefully there won't be a sleeve island situation. And then I'll have it in plenty of time for Rhinebeck. Exciting. Because I have other things that I want to knit for Rhinebeck, so this needs to be done. And it will be. I'm feeling very optimistic. And that project is hanging out in my Fat Squirrel Fibers bag, Fat Squirrel bag, that I got last summer, I believe, with the bees. And I love this so much. I love her bags. This is like her large wedge, I believe. It's not one of her sweater sized bags, but it has been more than adequate, at least so far, for, I have 4 partial skeins of yarn and the sweater in here, and it fits just fine. I mean, it's full, but you can see in the bottom I have 4 partial skeins. There we go. So that is my Sunset Highway. Yay! I have some dream knitting, and I can't remember. I'm gonna reach over here. I can't remember if I have showed this off. I'm almost positive that I have not. But several weeks ago, I bought some yarn to knit a Carbeth cardigan because I am gonna bang out a Carbeth. I'm gonna do it. This is yarn from Quince & Company. It is the Phoebe base. It's a DK 100% extra fine American Merino, 301 yards of a DK weight. The color is called Mars. When I saw this online, this is kind of a brick red, I would say. And I thought it had a little more pink in it. It looked sort of like a bricky rose. And this is more orangey red brick. But it's beautiful. I think it looks very nice with my skin tone. And it will be a lovely layer to have that, you know, that Carbeth is a little bit cropped, and it is shorter, like 3/4 length sleeves, which is perfect for my climate. So even though this will be super kind of chunky, I'm excited to have it in the wardrobe. And again, I'm doing Rhinebeck and some other things this fall that I will want some sweaters for sure. So very excited about this, but that's one project that's up and coming for dream knitting. The next thing, because all my dream knits are garments, guys. What is up with me? I also placed an order with Madeline-Tosh, right? I ordered directly from their website. And you guys, it's been several years since I have really just been, I've always loved single ply yarn. It was like me and TML forever, like big time heart. I love some single ply yarn. And Madeline-Tosh, I feel like, is like the gateway drug to hand-dyed yarn. But then for several years, I sort of fell out of love with it. And just lately, in the last maybe 6 months, I feel like all of their colors are totally my jam right now. So whatever they're doing there, I love. But I bought this yarn. This, look at that, how beautiful. And this is destined to be, oh, this is Tosh Mo Light, which is 80% merino, 20% kid mohair. So it does have some mohair in here, which I chose. I wanted that on purpose. And it is a single ply, but it has the mohair for strength, which I'm very excited about. And let's see, fingering weight, 420 yards. This is the Porter colorway. So you can see it's got these sort of darker, I'm going to say grayish. It's kind of a grayish beige color. And then these peachy pinks. I think overall it will just read beautiful, neutral tonal color. And I am going to be knitting a Tanya, which for those who have not watched the Christy Glass Knits interview with Boyland, Boylan Knitworks, is that her design company? Caitlin Hunter, designer of the Sunset Highway and all of the popular things right now. It is spelled like Tegna, and I have said Tegna for however long that pattern has been out now, but it is pronounced Tanya. Christy had her pronounce all of the names of her patterns, which most of them are not words that many of us would know normally, and so that was very interesting, and you should go watch that interview because it was a fabulous interview. But I'm happy to know the correct way to say things. So Tanya top. It is knit in the round, little lace kind of panel at the bottom, and then short sleeves. I think this will be perfect. The colors are certainly just neutral. I'm very excited to have this. So this is dream knitting as well. And then the last dream knitting that I might even cast on today. We'll see. I've been meaning to cast it on for the last couple of days, but I am dream knitting a pair of socks, and I need a plain, I have not a single plain vanilla sock on the needles right now. All of them are patterned, and I need something vanilla. And so the Grocery Girls have their sock talk knit along that they do every month. And this month for May, the theme is sock blanks. And so I've just picked up this beautiful sock blank from Spun Right Round. And I also have this beautiful sock bag by Mrs. Brown's Bags. This is a Spun Right Round yarn. So I felt like I needed to knit a Spun Right Round sock blank in my Spun Right Round Mrs. Brown's Bags for the Grocery Girls Knit Along. I just felt like it was all things coming together. So I just want to cast on a plain pair of socks and knit it. That just sounds so fun to me. Oh, and this, I'm sure these are not recreatable, but this is Spun Right Round and the colorway is called Botanical. So just in case anyone was wondering, Spun Right Round Botanical. So that is some dream knitting. Let's see, I have a Hello Lovely this week that is very exciting, and it's a Hello Lovely because of y'all, some of you. One of the ways that you can support the podcast is by shopping with Amazon affiliate links that I put in my show notes. And anytime I put something there and you head over to Amazon and make a purchase, if you got to Amazon via that link, then they send me a very tiny percentage of based on whatever you purchased. I don't see what you buy, but anywho, they send me a small percentage, and I had some Amazon gift card money saved up, and I was able to purchase these needles. Knitter's Pride Melodies of Life, which is basically Zing interchangeables. So, and it's missing one right here because I used one in part of something that I was doing, but it has these needles US 4 through US 11. And the reason I purchased these is because I will be swatching very soon for that Carbeth cardigan, and it suggests a size 10.5 US, which was a needle size that I did not have in fixed or interchangeables in any of my sets. So there we go. And it was basically free to me. I think I paid $10 total, and the rest of it was money from podcast viewers like you for supporting the podcast. So thank y'all so much. So I am able to do sample knitting and reviews and all sorts of things because of that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will let you know how I like those, but I have a feeling I'm gonna like them because I love the Zings. And I'm really a fan of all things Knitter's Pride so far anyway. Let's see what else. let's go into shop news. I've mentioned that coming in the next week or two, I will have the website will be up and running off of Etsy onto my own website. I will give you all of the information about that, but there's going to be sort of like a big exciting launch and new products and new colors, and I'm gonna make it worth your while to get over there. So be on the lookout for that. Something new that is coming, mohair. So mohair is all the rage right now, right? Everybody is knitting with mohair. I'm knitting with mohair. Everybody loves mohair. So I needed to get some mohair. So I dyed up some Jane on mohair. This will be coming. I usually have been doing my shop updates on Wednesdays, but I tape podcasts on Thursdays. And so so I may put these up this weekend. I may just cheat and do what I want. This is Jane. And then I dyed up some Sweet Adeline, which is the same as the shawl. It's a Sweet Adeline. And then I also dyed up Sorry Silk, which is just a really fun hot pink. And then I have plans to dye up Doily and I don't know, maybe Doily, maybe the 2 a.m. Kisses, because that color is really just, I love that color right now. So kind of some pinks and some grays and some neutrals. If you have a suggestion for another color you'd like to see on mohair, definitely let me know. What else? Oh, also coming to the shop, so many people loved Jane. And I had several comment that they wanted a skein of it to be able to knit the new Helen Stewart Sock Society pattern. I believe it's called Magnolia. And the color that she used was very similar to Jane. And so I dyed up Jane on sock, which is my 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And I also dyed it up on glitter sock, which is a gold stellina merino and nylon yarn. And you can really see the sparkles on these darker colors. It's very pretty. So that is in the shop right now. I have so many kits. Oh, one thing I'm doing tomorrow, I am bringing back Mystery Skein live dyeing, and that's happening tomorrow. So the listing is in the shop right now. I'm gonna do my very best to get this online quick today. So that y'all can see this and run over and purchase it, because I don't have that many skeins left, I think, to purchase. The Mystery Skein Live is, I have put a picture up there that will have the general kind of direction that I'm wanting the colors to go. It's a picture of lavender blossoms, so that's the general direction that I would like to go. But I will be live dyeing that on Instagram stories, Instagram live. So I will be doing that sometime tomorrow morning. Schedule pending on my renovation project. Because my life is schedule pending the renovation project right now. Which is just fine and the biggest blessing ever. So yeah, I will be doing that tomorrow. There are still some spots available if you would like to purchase one of those skeins and get in on the fun. And like I said, the direction that it's going is a general idea, because I'm going to generally be headed in the colors that are in that picture. But as it happens and as I'm creating that color live while we're dyeing together, it may change. Y'all may give me some great suggestions and we'll go from there. So I'm really excited about that, and I hope that if you would like to join me or if you would like to get a skein, then you can do so. So okay, I think that's it for this week, and I hope that you all have a lovely time over the next week until I see you again. Bye, y'all. So this week has been a little bit slower with renovation stuff here, but we are getting so close to the finish line. You can see that they have patched up all of the drywall and fixed that for the electric wall. So they have fixed this. all of the electric and everything is running smoothly. And then we'll pan over here. They have fixed this drywall and everything here. So once this dries, this weekend I will be painting, and it's just gonna be white, but just to have a nice, fresh, clean coat of paint on these walls. And then next week, the big sink gets put in. So gosh, maybe that could get done on Monday. That would be so amazing. Getting closer.